I every day set out to be the most unpopular person on the planet, especially on TikTok, which I have heard is compromised. My name's Fed Mindy. I call myself that because my dad was the feds. My mother was a prostitution decoy trying to catch the Westport rapist at the time. My brother is federal cybersecurity. That's the only level of cybersecurity that there is. If you're not federal cybersecurity, you absolutely have no clearance. So, I had a baby with the Kansas City Mafia, Civella. Her grandfather is in the Mob Museum in Las Vegas. And those are the biggest confidential informants on the planet. They put me in prison to save themselves. When they got caught gambling outside of the Federal Bureau of Investigation's Gaming Commission, because the FBI is the Gaming Commission, TikTok loves to mute my video every single time that I ever say that. They will mute it. They won't take it because it's not against community guideline violations. The Epstein shit's about to fucking piss them off because I'm here to defend Jeff Epstein. Yes, I am. So the parents are absolutely given every opportunity to say no. No, we don't want all the money. So let's watch a video of Jeff Epstein when he is at his best. He's running the room. He's running the conversation. You can see him use his hands to unsteady the interviewer to the point where he can't even speak anymore. Because when Jeff Epstein is not guilty of something, he's going to stand true in his name, which was Ty when I modeled for him. All the names are going to change so that we can't all unite. Your biggest mistake was sending children to school to be taught that we were all separate. This is a war against Hispanic versus non-Hispanic, indigenous bloods versus DNA, IVF, devout Catholic, true religion, virgins. This is the skull of a female phenotype, a female male. This is the skull of a phenotype, male, female. Welcome to the third gender.
I told him the devil,
100%.
the devil
himself.
The devil himself said, "I'm going to exchange some dollars for your child's life."
Do you think you're the devil himself?
No, but I do have a good mirror.
It's a serious question.
Sorry.
Do you think you're the devil himself?
I don't know. Why would you say that?
Because you have all the attributes. You're incredibly smart. You remember the devil is somebody who knows
smart?
The devil's brilliant. You read Milton's Paradise Lost.
No, the devil scares me.
Satan is at the number 1 or 2 archangel, and the reason he goes to hell and leads the rebellion is because he can't be the top guy. And his thing is, I'd rather reign in hell than serve in heaven.
I saw that in a movie once called American Dharma. I don't remember who said it. Okay, we have to go.
I'm sorry. He never touched me. Never. Before we watch the next clip of Epstein, I want you to understand this is Paul Walker, or is it John Benet Ramsey? Because it's supposed to be John Benet Ramsey's parents. This is a female. This is a male. These are males, I would assume. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not even looking at those little girls because I'm not sure. I don't know what they are because it's not my issue right now. So I'm not going to guess. This is Erica Kirk. And this is Megan Fox. And this is a 22-minute long letter that was written. It's about 4 pages long, I believe. 22 minutes, an intruder came in and abducted your child and sat down and wrote this letter with the 911 Baphomet Catholic signature all over it. It was written by a female. Therefore, as I just explained to you, it was written by the father. Here is the agenda. And you can scratch all those names and we're going to call it Catholic for entertainment purposes only. And they worship a physical depiction of Satan, which is a Baphomet goat. I don't care how you say it. That's how I say it. I don't care how they say it because it's all a lie. It's Catholic, true religion, virgins. So they're going to have both breasts and a penis. Now, every single one of them, it is my understanding, is born with a penis. If they have the skull of a male, they're going to trans them into a female. And if they have the skull of a female, they're going to trans them into a man. Now, they have to sacrifice a child or raise it opposite of their genitalia and transgender it. And in my opinion, that's not the issue at hand. Okay, so it doesn't matter. The point was to blur the two genders of society, masculinizing women, encouraging bisexuality. I'm totally on board with that. They want these people to be homosexuals. And then it's going to go on to say, basically, okay, hold on. Pedophilia, and then, what did I miss? Transgender, transhuman. This is the third gender they're trying to create. Understanding my ability to miss absolutely nothing is for the watch list. All of these people right here should have been born females. They all have a divot in their skull right here. It's just very obvious, okay? We're going to watch this next clip of Jeff Epstein when he is asked a very uncomfortable question. And this lawyer thinks he's doing something great. But if anybody had done any research here at all, Jeff Epstein is literally telling you, I don't care what you think about me, because this was done, in my opinion, this was done to me, and I'm just carrying out the fucking agenda because I had no choice. I'm going to be the best at it, I guess. But don't think for one fucking second that there's any victims except for people like Jeff Epstein who are born into this life, they're children, and they have no choice. And the people teaching them are making them think there is no choice. Do you understand that? Now watch this next clip, understanding that he hit a spot on Jeff Epstein not for the right reasons, because in my opinion, I'm a bad fucking bitch, and none of these people ever touched me. They didn't steal me. They didn't relocate me. My parents were taking the fucking checks. Do you understand that? It was my parents that handled me. My parents that abused me. All the way down to Peter Schloss in Kansas City, Missouri was my guardian ad litem. He negotiated a $500 a month payment. And that man didn't have to be prosecuted for touching me inappropriately, touching my no-no square. And my cop parents allowed it to happen and still sent me over there to be babysat. And while we're fucking at it, know this. I prayed to God for him to stop touching me every time I had to go over there. And while that didn't happen, the man would take me to the pet store and let me pick out goldfish and trick me into thinking I was going to get to keep them as pets, dump them in a fish tank, and the piranhas would fucking take their heads off. So I went out there and I said, God, if you're not going to make this man stop touching me, I want you to kill these piranhas. And on my fucking skin and on my fucking dog, they floated at the top of the tank the next morning. That's my ability. I want you to understand that. So if you want to be a fucking shitty fucking sheep in my comment section, understand that I will conjure up the dead and take care of you.
And to realize I didn't care who he was, what his power was, what his status was. I was going to ask him the most embarrassing possible thing I could.
Is it true, sir, that you have what's been described as an egg-shaped penis?
He hears me ask the question. Watch him look at his lawyers like, can you believe he's asking me this?
I'm going to
Graphic content warning. Graphic photo
I had
warning.
been the first lawyer to ask him any questions in the cases.
Jeffrey Epstein.
So I wanted him to realize I didn't care who he was, what his power was, what his status was. I was going to ask him the most embarrassing possible thing I could.
Is it true, sir, that you have what's been described as an egg-shaped penis?
He hears me ask the question.
In my opinion, Jeff Epstein got mad because the women that slept with him, they knew what they were doing. And they're able to describe what it looked like because it was consensual. And while I can't speak for everybody, he just doesn't strike me as the type of person that would have to take it without it being offered to him. Trafficking is not what you guys think. You're sitting around crying about trafficking, but watching OnlyFans. And that, I'm sure, is the bigger picture. They call themselves androgynous humans. And I'm going to show you the, what's it called? The fucking, oh my God, the Epstein document. I can't talk, and I'm not going to edit that. I'm going to show you the document that is describing these people, okay? With greater molecular control over development, we are increasingly capable of producing novel phenotypes. First kind will be a male, female. It's 4 times more frequent than a female male. In my opinion, I couldn't get on board with them eating babies. I believe they swallow these embryos to not get bad karma. I'm going to have to come back with a part 2. So basically, this is, hold on, let me run this out.